Wall Street Journal editorial board has a new piece entitled "The Self-Destructive Donald Trump," and it writes in part, quote, "If Mr. Trump is the GOP nominee, he is unlikely to defeat Joe Biden. But if he did win, the document fiasco is what a second term would be like. He wouldn't be able to deliver the conservative policy victories that Republicans want because he can't control himself. He'd be preoccupied with grievance and what he calls retribution. The best people won't work for him because they see how he mistreated so many loyalists in the first term. If Republicans really want to defeat Democrats, the press, and a hostile bureaucracy, they'll nominate a candidate who won't shrink from a fight, but will also be smart enough not to blunder into obvious traps. If Republicans nominate Mr. Trump again, they won't own the libs, as the saying goes. The libs will own them. And to that point, the number 2 Senate Republican, South Dakota's John Thune, is voicing concerns yesterday about Trump's impact on down-ballot races heading into 2024. Here's what he said yesterday.
If you look at the record in 18, 20, and 22, when he's the issue, we lose. And so I would rather have the issue be Biden and his policies. And I think the way that you do that is you get a different nominee, which is why I'd endorse somebody else. The people who decide national elections are the middle of the electorate. It's the soccer moms, it's the suburban voters, it's younger voters, and I just think that we've got to have a candidate that can appeal to those. And I think that a lot of the drama and the chaos that seems to be happening on an ongoing basis makes it harder to win those types of voters. I think the long-term effect, and again, this is where those of us who care about these down-ballot races and want to get the majority back in the Senate, as you try and recruit candidates, they're going to be looking at that political environment and saying, am I going to be running against the tide or with the tide? And there's a big difference based on who you nominate.
I mean, Charlie, you look at what the Wall Street Journal said, one of the most powerful voices for conservatives consistently through the years, saying you're not going to own the libs, you're going to own yourself.
Yeah.
If you renominate this guy, it's going to be a nightmare. And there's John Thune, the number 2 Republican in the Senate, who has reason to be very concerned because Donald Trump stopped them from being in the majority in 18, 20, and 22.
And he's absolutely right. I mean, he was very clear-headed about all of this. Look, if you renominate Donald Trump, that's what you get. You get the drama and the chaos. 2024 becomes all about the drama and the chaos, the retribution and the grievances of Donald Trump. Not about anything else Republicans want to talk about. It won't be a referendum on the Biden administration. And John Thune is saying, out loud what a lot of Republicans are saying quietly, but the party seems to be unable to break with Donald Trump. They just can't quit him, despite the fact that what John Thune just said is clearly obvious. What the Wall Street Journal editorial board is pointing out, look, he's not going to win. And even if he did win, you're not going to be able to get any of the things that you want because he can't control himself. Look, we've known this for years.
Yeah.
So everything that's playing out now is manifesting everything we have known about Donald Trump from the beginning, and yet Republicans refuse to take that off ramp. But it is interesting that John Thune is speaking out. It is interesting the Wall Street Journal, which took a rather odd stand on the original indictment, is now coming around to saying, look, all of this is a result of Donald Trump's self-destructive behavior. And the question for Republicans is, do you want to go down in flames with this guy who's burning himself down?
Yeah, and to add to the Wall Street Journal's point here as we close the block, a lot of people who worked for Trump the last time, they have attorneys now and attorneys' fees. They've had to defend themselves and figure out which side who wants to be in that position again? Absolutely no one.